Ukraine has been firing domestically manufactured Flamingo cruise missiles on strategic Russian targets, but now Russia, in a targeted strike, has destroyed a missile hub inside Ukraine.
The night sky over central Ukraine torn apart by a series of high-precision Russian missile strikes aimed at the heart of Kyiv's long-range ambitions. While President Zelensky has stated that some equipment was successfully relocated, the immediate loss of such a sophisticated manufacturing site cripples Kyiv's ability to mass-produce the missile.
A convoy worth over $200 million, layered air defense, electronic warfare protection, attack helicopter support. And yet, within minutes, it was burning. This wasn't just a strike. It was a demonstration of how modern warfare is changing, where timing defeats armor and algorithms defeat mass. Here's what really happened. This wasn't routine logistics. The convoy reportedly carried Chinese-made PLZ-05 self-propelled howitzers, long-range 155mm artillery systems capable of reshaping firepower density on the front. If deployed successfully, battlefield simulations suggested significant increase in Russian artillery pressure, expanded strike coverage, higher casualty projections for Ukrainian forces. This wasn't equipment, it was a force multiplier. And Ukraine understood one thing clearly. If the convoy reached operational range, the front line would change. So the decision was made early, interception, not delay. Modern warfare begins long before. Missiles launch. It begins with tracking. Commercial satellites identified unusual unloading activity. Thermal patterns, container markings, convoy formation density. Within hours, Ukrainian analysts confirmed high-value artillery transfer in motion. From that moment, the battlefield clock started. Persistent aerial surveillance assets shadowed the convoy. But here's what's important. This wasn't just visual tracking. Artificial intelligence processed radio frequency patterns, movement telemetry, rest intervals, route deviation, probability. Instead of following where the convoy was, Ukraine calculated where it would be. When the strike phase started, it didn't look like traditional warfare. No cruise missiles, no heavy bombing. Instead, low-cost FPV drones, small, fast, disposable, but deployed in an unpredictable pattern. Instead of flying in formation, they scattered. Erratic flight paths, altitude shifts, non-linear trajectories. Why? Because radar systems prioritize structured threats. Predictable movement gets flagged. Chaotic motion gets filtered as noise. For a few seconds, the sky looked empty, and that window was enough. Russian countermeasures activated quickly. Electronic jamming units fired. Several drones were neutralized mid-air. Convoy vehicles accelerated. Defensive posture shifted. Now the engagement was visible. But modern conflict isn't about stopping every drone. It's about overwhelming reaction time. Ukrainian systems adapted instantly. Instead of fighting jamming directly, they shifted tactics. Signal manipulation, disruption, confusion. One reconnaissance drone went down. Air defense narrowed, and then came escalation. An attack helicopter launched to eliminate the control platform. Missile lock achieved. Infrared tracking engaged, but countermeasures triggered. Decoys deployed. Missile diverted. Second attack cycle began, and that's when the battlefield shifted again, not with explosion, but with electronic, disruption. A single drone approached, low profile, low priority classification, short engagement window. Instead of fragmentation or blast, electronic disruption, avionics blackout, sensor collapse, targeting systems offline. The helicopter withdrew. Air superiority evaporated. Now the convoy stood alone. With aerial threats neutralized, remaining drones shifted to final attack vectors. Targets were pre-assigned: fuel carriers, engine blocks, ammunition trucks. The first shaped charge ignited fuel reserves. Diesel fire expands violently under confined pressure. Secondary explosions followed. Artillery systems detonated. Transport vehicles burned. Within minutes, 17 artillery platforms destroyed, dozens of support vehicles gone, total loss exceeding $200 million. But the financial loss was only part of it. The real impact wasn't hardware, it was tempo disruption. Artillery density dropped. Strike schedules collapsed. Logistics corridors tightened. Convoy protection costs surged. Electronic warfare budgets expanded. And here's the asymmetry that matters. Low-cost systems forced massive defensive spending increases. That is modern attrition, not battlefield destruction, economic pressure. This engagement highlights a clear trend in 21st century warfare. Size does not guarantee survival. Armor does not guarantee protection. Inventory does not guarantee dominance. What matters is speed of adaptation, signal control, reaction compression. The side that identifies vulnerability first controls escalation, and in this case, flexibility defeated mass. This wasn't just a destroyed convoy, it was a shift in battlefield logic. Where $1,000 platforms threaten $10 million assets. Data moves faster than armored vehicles. And reaction time determines survival. Modern war rewards thinking faster, not just shooting harder. So here's the question. In tomorrow's conflict, will victory belong to the side with superior weapons or the side with superior adaptation? If this breakdown gave you a deeper perspective, like the video, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, is traditional artillery dominance fading in the drone era?